Greetings to you viewers all over the world. This is God Voice TV channel. Welcome to the House of Ethio, a spirit from God. On the 13th of February 2025, the men of God gave a prophetic word to the nations concerning food shortages. Let us hear what the prophet said and how this came to pass in the nation of Japan 3 months later.
Farmer, the nations of the world should begin to pay attention to their farming and agriculture. And there will also be the shortages of food supply. That one you will see in the internet. Okay? It is soon coming to pass. You should start praying. We have put some location. We start with some location.
In Japan, rice is not just food, it is sacred. It is tied to ancestors and Shinto gods. It is served at weddings, it is offered at shrines. So Japan does not treat rice like a commodity, it regulates it like a national treasure. Which is why a recent headline has raised questions in the country. Japan is dipping into its emergency rice reserves to regulate rice prices in the country. This is a reserve meant only for the worst of disasters. So this is not just a policy move, it is a signal that something has gone seriously wrong with Japan's rice production. Why is the country running low on a crop that it practically worships? Our next report tells you.
The summer of 2023 wasn't kind. Across Japan, the heat was relentless. Scorching temperatures swept through the islands. Paddies that once shimmered with promise dried up under the blazing sun. Rain came, but too little or all at once. So, the rice didn't stand a chance. The harvest came in weak. Grains were underdeveloped, and just as people started to worry about supply, nature doubled down. Earthquakes rocked the country, one after another. It sent people to the stores, panicking. And of course, rice disappeared first. Now, Japan doesn't treat rice like any other crop. It's carefully protected, grown under government guidance, managed through cooperatives, and priced in a way that tries to keep farmers afloat. The government tightly controls how much rice is grown each year. It's all about balance. But when you throw a heat wave, a few quakes, and a touch of inflation into the mix, that balance starts to crack. In 2023, farmers actually harvested more rice than the year before. About 180,000 tons more. But here's the twist, distributors bought 230,000 tons less. Somewhere between the rice fields and the dinner plates, rice was vanishing. Some say it was logistics. Others think businesses and households began hoarding. Maybe it was a mix of both. So, Japan started running out of rice, and the prices started rising.
I'm buying rice less and less frequently, and sometimes replacing it with packaged noodles like udon or yakisoba because they're cheaper.
I still do buy rice occasionally, but since it's so expensive, I sometimes give up on buying it once I see the price.
So, Japan decided to dip into its strategic reserves of rice. Think of it like a national treasure chest, but filled with rice. The government holds around 1 million tons. It is auctioning around 231,000 tons of rice. That's 1/5 of the total reserves. And it's not the first time. It dipped into this reserve after the 2011 earthquake and tsunami. Also, after the 2016 Kumamoto earthquake. But this is the first time it is doing it, due to distribution issues.
To alleviate the market situation, naturally you would think the government needs to release double the amount of what's needed. So even if the government releases 210,000 tons, the situation would not get better for a small retailer like me.
But one problem still persists. Japan is slowly running out of people to grow its rice. The average Japanese rice farmer is over 70 years old. Young people aren't taking over. The work is hard, the profits are low, and the countryside is emptying out. Even if demand rises, who will grow the rice? That's a question Japan will have to answer soon. This is a country where rice isn't just food. It is, in many ways, a symbol of national identity. But climate change is shifting growing seasons. Rural populations are dwindling. The younger generation isn't flocking to farming. And a food system built on tradition is struggling to adapt.
You can see how far the eyes of Jesus Christ can reach. Yes, even in our situations, this is to remind us that Jesus Christ sees it and He is concerned about it, to grant us solutions to our problems. Do not forget, this channel is all about Jesus Christ. Keep watching God Voice TV for the salvation of souls.